A Bitcoin ETF approval will not trigger a crypto market rally. This is according to options data that showed that the implied volatility for January the 12th options closely tied to the ETF decreased instead of rising. Stay tuned to find out more. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys. Available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good evening, everybody, and a happy new year. I hope you all got to spend some time with your families over Christmas. This is Enter Crypto, where I keep you up to date and fully informed on all the goings on in the cryptoverse. If that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. Now, today we're going to be talking about the Bitcoin ETF again, as it just seems to be dragging, times just seems to be dragging on and on and on as we all basically the whole world waits for the SEC to finally approve this ETF. So as always, guys, let's read through this article and then we'll comment after. So Greeks.live, a platform for trading crypto options, has dampened hopes of a significant price surge after the US regulator approves a spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund with data from its platform. According to a tweet by Greeks.live, recent market data from its trading platform indicates that despite speculation about the SEC approving the Bitcoin spot ETF application next Tuesday, there has been little volatility in major term implied volatilities, IVs, and prices. Term IV measures the market's expectation of future price movements in options contracts, and according to a Reuters report, the US SEC could contact the Bitcoin ETF applicants earlier next week. This development is anticipated to be crucial for the crypto market, enabling investors to trade Bitcoin-backed ETFs on regulated exchanges. However, the tweet pointed out that the unexpectedly low market activity in reaction to the news. The options data showed that the implied volatility for Jan 12th options closely tied to the ETF decreased instead of rising. Moreover, the trading volume for these options was significantly lower, making up only 2% of the day's total turnover. Drawing from these insights, Greeks.live asserted that the market has already considered the potential approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF, and in simpler terms, the participants in the market could have expected the occurrence and modified their positions accordingly, resulting in the actual approval having a limited impact on prices and volatility. Asset managers BlackRock, Valkyrie, and Van Eck submitted amended S1 forms to the US's SEC Commission on December the 29th, the final day for the SEC to consider them in January the 2024. Invesco Galaxy, Bitwise, WisdomTree, and Fidelity form S1 applications coming in after. BlackRock's updated filing named Jane Street and JP Morgan Securities as authorized participants in its proposed spot Bitcoin ETF application, and BlackRock has already specified that it will use a cash-only model. It was the first user to settle a trade on JP Morgan's tokenized collateral network service on October the 11th. And so this dampening in excitement is completely normal. You know, we've been waiting a long time for this spot ETF for Bitcoin. And it's only natural that if we all get excited and price goes up, that it starts to slow down. You can't stay excited forever about things. And especially when it hasn't even come. You know, we all got excited about this spot Bitcoin ETF and it's not even here. So we've just got excited about the news of, or the, anticipation of this ETF being approved. And it hasn't even been approved yet. So I think everyone knows it's coming. I don't think there's a single player out there that thinks that this ETF is not going to get approved. The question is not if, but when. And so this event, in my opinion, is fully priced in. As soon as Bitcoin gets the approval for this ETF, which it inevitably will, I can't imagine the price doing much because everybody knows it's coming. There's no money to be made. If everybody knows that that's what's going to happen, then there's no edge. There's no alpha in any of it. And with events like this, we may even, believe it or not, see a decline in price. Now, I don't think it'll be much, but you can sometimes when there's such huge anticipation over something like this, and then the news just satisfies the expectation, shall we say, you can often get sometimes the price will go down a little bit. But I mean, we're just talking speculation there, sort of about the news when it does eventually come out. But that doesn't include, or that doesn't talk about what the ETF will mean. It is of course good news if an ETF gets approved or approved by by the SEC for multiple companies able to launch an ETF, a spot ETF for Bitcoin. But actually, it's gonna give access to massive pension funds, sovereign wealth funds. These all are very regulated and restricted pots of money, if you will, and the government makes sure that, because if you imagine if you're a pension fund, it has to be extremely safe and secure. You are a very low risk fund. You can't just be buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which everybody knows is a volatile asset that's really, it's in its infancy and nobody knows what's going to happen with it. So you're not going to be putting people's pensions in that. And in fact, it would be illegal to do that. But there are less restrictions on ETFs, whether that be a gold ETF, whether it be a Bitcoin ETF or any other ETF that you want to name, because they're regulated. They're much closely regulated by the government, and so a lot of these pension funds and sovereign wealth funds can get involved in those legally if they want to. And guys, this is big money. This is big money. Just the fact that they can do this means that if they see an opportunity in the Bitcoin price or something like that, they'll be able to trade on that. They'll be able to put money, basically bring liquidity into the crypto market or Bitcoin spot market in this instance. So long term, the Bitcoin ETF is a big deal in my opinion. Short term, it's just news, and people are going to trade off that and scalp on that news, regardless. So keep watching this long term, because I think that's where the real money is going to be coming in. Thank you for watching, guys. That's what I've got for you today, and of course, thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all tomorrow evening. Take care.